Welcome everyone back to another Multichat. This time, as it's our anniversary, as Dan says, because I'm terrible with dates. Is it our anniversary, Dan?
Yeah, we're just about to hit 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gone very quickly.
Yeah, so
our first Multibash upload was May the 1st. Although, yes, you could make the argument that Tom prematurely put a short up the day before.
yeah, so obviously it's 1 year since we've been Multibash, but before that, we're gonna take you a couple years back. Just rewind. No, cut that out. Okay, if we rewind back to how all of this even started, we used to be a part of the Arcade Vaults, which is sadly not a thing anymore.
Who's we, Kev?
We.
As in, I noticed that we never do this, but we probably should say that,
Yeah, so, I'm Kevin. What do you want? Why don't you start so I know what I'm saying?
I did! I'd started! What do you mean?
What'd you say?
I said I'm Dan, and then you said I'm Kevin.
Oh, cool.
I am Michael.
Oh, don't!
No, I'm Mikey, or Mike, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm Tom. Beautiful.
Yeah, so I think the earliest we tracked it back was, okay, so we're going to skim through this whole Arcade Vaults part, right? But back when Arcade Vaults was a thing, I met Chris and Tom, not this Tom, but another Tom is Chris's work partner, or I guess Arcade Vaults partner. I met them at a Games Wales back when that was a thing, and I was but a mere student, and they played my video game that I made in uni. And then I started chatting to them.
What game?
That was Tungsten Valkyrie.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I remember that with the ship.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember that.
And yeah, so they play. I remember Chris playing that game. Anyway, doesn't matter. I started chatting to them. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm super interested in this whole Arcade Vaults thing because they would always do pop-ups and I would always show off whatever game I was working on at that point at the pop-up. And then we started talking. Well, Chris started talking about actually opening up Arcade Vaults as a thing, and I was like, I want to be part of that. I wanna start like hosting tournaments and stuff. And then I guess like that led into the formation of Arcade Vaults as a venue, which Tom, I believe you jump in there, right?
Yeah, in fact, I think you and I, even before I met you, or was it roughly as I was meeting you, because I went to EGX once upon a time, and there was the transfuser. And I'm trying to think if that was when...
Did you see my game?
Yeah, I saw Move at Transfuser.
No shot, dude.
It was like, I think it was like probably like EGX 2018 maybe?
Yeah, it was 2018. Yeah.
So I
Because I moved to August in 2017, and I went to one of Chris's pop-ups straight away there. My friend took me there. And then following that, I remember they had this one pop-up in like a temple.
Yep.
And I think because I saw...
Was there a Rocket League tournament going off?
I think so. And I remember seeing Finn and Courtney. I think I saw Finn and Courtney there as well, the first time I'd seen them. Because I remember then going to EGX and walking past Transfusion, and I saw Courtney again. I was like, I really recognize that girl. And then it was kind of from there. But I used to work in an art venue, and Chris did a big weekend there, and he brought all the games down. And we also did a quiz there, not on the weekend. And Chris actually chatted about getting his own place. Doing all the pop-ups, because he used to pop up all the time, Tiny Rebel, etc. And he used to go. I didn't even always go to play games. I just went to chat.
Yeah, Temple Tall as well, right? Yeah. So
and then from then on, just months after, in November 2018, he gets his own place.
Yeah, so he opens up his own place. It's sick. We're all hanging out. We actually finally met each other then, both Tom and Mikey. I think we were playing Smash because Ultimate just came out, and we were just the regulars there, so we just started chatting to each other because we were regulars. We all like Smash, so we played a lot of Smash. met a couple of people there because a dude called Sam, who turned out to be a really good friend of mine, because we spent a lot of time together playing Smash and like hosting tournaments and stuff like that at the arcade vaults. We kind of like just all started gathering together. Obviously, I ended up bringing Dan along because Dan's also a huge Smash Bros fan. Introduced you to both Tom and Mikey. We all played games together. And everything of the sort. So I guess that's when we all actually like properly met and actually started playing games together, right?
Yes, I believe so. I mean, my first time going to TAV was 2 months after it opened. I'd literally just moved into Cardiff, and my mum was like, trying to find me places to go out, so
Yeah.
I could actually get out into town and stuff. And literally, like, it was like a day or 2 days after we moved in, we ended up popping in and meeting Chris.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then I think it was like the evening after or something, I ended up going to a Smash Melee event.
Yeah, I remember
Not knowing anyone, obviously, at all, and also not knowing the game because I'd only touched Ultimate.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so that was my first introduction to that.
I remember the first meeting you, and I think I was pretty wasted at that point. Most probably. But,
Probably, yes.
yeah, we just kept playing games together, and then that transitioned to like online gaming. But I think what happened then was because we were hosting so many just like tournaments. To be fair on Sam, he had a lot of good ideas. He had a lot of different event ideas that it eventually became a committee, didn't it? Like, there was just like all of the regulars who wanted arcade vaults to kind of like pop out and attract more people and just like, just be a cool place to hang out there. We started doing a lot more events and whatever. And then, especially with the whole Mario Kart charity event, that like really popped off with a lot of like people coming in. I don't think Dan ever came, but the idea was that to enter you had to bring in like food for whatever charity it was. So it's like canned food.
It was the food bank. So
Yeah.
in sort of food bank item, you get a list of sort of pre-approved things and what they were wanting more of. So like tins of things or tin meats, fish, etc. So there was always something. There was always a good suggestion because I think they get inundated with certain things that they don't want more of. So
yeah. So like all of that kept going for a couple of years up until like 2019, where I think like Mikey, that's where you started working there, which was because I remember drinking with you. Well, actually, no, you weren't drinking at the time because you were underage. But I remember drinking next to you, and then all of a sudden you were serving me drinks, and it was like, oh, okay, this is a thing.
Yeah, I think that must have been summer 19.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was when July is when I turned 18, which was then I could start serving drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I remember having to, if we get like people come to the bar or whatever, I remember having to get like Chris or Will, whoever was behind the bar with me, to do the drinks for me because I couldn't do them.
Right.
On serve under 18.
No.
I think summer 19. Like there was definitely a couple of summers that were peak for me because
we started doing quizzes and stuff, didn't we?
I was sort of working part time, and you just go down to TAV on a Wednesday, and you guys were in uni, so you went in classes in the summer, and there was just so much like people would just be hanging out all day.
Yeah, you could pop in at any
really
time.
Sort of casual, really fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a big thing. They would just be like really always on these unplanned sort of sessions, which was really good.
Yeah, and then that just went on for a couple of years. We met like Ash through that. We met Gareth through that. They kind of became part of the committee as well. They started doing all of the like tabletop board games kind of things, card games and whatever. And then that then like feeds into, I don't know, 2021. Where we actually started streaming together. We had a plan of like actually creating content And then I guess this is kind of the birthplace of Multibash, but not really, because we were still under the Arcade Vaults banner, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we were like doing streams. We had like a full 4 of us. This was before Mikey even streamed with us. It was me and Tom, Gareth, and Ash. Yeah.
I didn't predating that. There were
2020, wasn't it?
There were multi-bash streams because we've kind of with even with like Chris Will, Sarah and Jody playing Castle Crashers back in 2020.
Yeah.
You know, we did an Among Us stream.
I remember that. Yeah, during lockdown.
Mike and not you, Mike, other Mike.
Oh, yeah, Dan was in that. Yeah,
and even Chris's brother.
Yeah, Ian.
we're going to get to that later on, but that's where the Multibash name came from.
Yeah, I still remember that game because I marinated Dan for so long, and then right at the end, kept him alive right to the end, and then stabbed him in the back.
Still have your life, Dan.
Yeah.
My first time playing that game as well. Oh boy.
Oh, worst person to be like the imposter in that situation. But then,
COVID happens. Everything goes more to streaming for a bit, doesn't it? There's like loads of online stuff. A retro stream with Kingstone. That's getting a mention.
But like, but throughout all of this, I kept streaming on my own channel with like Dan, Oystein, and Chris. It was always us 4, wasn't it? Yeah. So I was still streaming on my channel on Twitch, and we were having like the Arcade Vaults, now Multibash, like what was it called when you stream someone else's stream?
Hosting.
Host. Yeah, we used to host my one to be like, it's still part of the family kind of thing. And then obviously, I called it the lad stream. I don't know why. It was Ash, Tom, Gareth, and I. We streamed consistently, like weekly, for a long time. We did Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, Divinity, Wonderlands, Deep Rock. We did a lot. And then Ash and Gareth kind of had other commitments. So Mikey joined us.
Yeah, so you were streaming Monster Hunter World at that time, and you got all through the base game, the 4 of you, and then as you got started Iceborne, it
2
was
of them
when
dipped. Yeah,
2 of them dipped, so I ended up jumping in to be the 3rd.
Yeah.
And then we ended up
you joined in to be the 4th, and then we were a trio.
Oh yeah, that's right, because Gareth
we had
stayed
one
around
stream
a
as a
bit longer.
4th. Yes.
Yeah, but then so we started streaming as us 3 mainly, and then that became our Monday streams, and then I brought the Friday streams from my channel over to Arcade Vaults, now Multibash, and then I guess that's kind of Dan's introduction to literally our media side of things, because
yes, it's close enough. Because at the start when actually before even the Arcade Vaults was a thing, Kev and I had a different YouTube thing going on.
Yeah,
where we were streaming and uploading like 5-7 times a week. It was ridiculous.
It was,
but we were in uni, so we had the time. Time.
Yeah,
and we stopped doing that in 2019
for good reasons.
Yeah, for good reasons. And then it was 2021. Yeah, 2021. At this point, I've been to the Arcade Vaults a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
I've met people. I've said to Tav Chris, like, dude, I want in. And he's a very accommodating man. Yeah, he got me hoodie and everything. And I was having one of those like restless nights that I have. Where
I still remember the message.
Yeah, and this is going to be a recurring theme when I start to go through our current projects.
Yeah.
I'm lying awake, staring at the ceiling, and I was like, Kev and I just need to play the games we played growing up. That's it. And I'm going to call it Blast from the Past.
That's the hook, is it?
Do. That's the hook. And I messaged him at like 2 a.m. or whatever it was.
Me being me, already awake, and I'm like, what the heck, dude? What are you talking about? He's like, no, listen to me. I've got an idea. Just give me a week.
Yeah. And then literally the following day, I edited the first one that came out, March 1st, 2021, was Pocky Rocky 2.
Yeah.
Which was actually a
full playthrough.
Yeah, like a 7-10 parts playthrough we did on the previous channel.
Yeah.
So I watched it all through, cut it all together to about 15 or so minutes. And I was like, right, I'm going to pitch this to Kev and see how he feels about it.
I loved it.
He loved it. We made the intro, made the logo, went through all of that sort of stuff. And then I said, do you think Chris will let us put it on the Arcade Vault YouTube channel?
I was like, there's no reason for him not to. I honestly uploaded it without asking Chris. I was just like, it's happening. And then when it came out, the first message we had was from Chris that just said, more of this, please.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
But really interesting you brought up our old channel, though, because, yeah, Pocky and Rocky 2 and Double Dash was all reused footage from our old channel that it doesn't exist anymore. You can't find it. But it's not the only reused content. All of our antics for, like, the first, 10 episodes or something like that, that's all best of...
The first 17.
The first 17 antics was our old YouTube channel. That's why, like, the production value was, like, really high, because we were, like, really pumping in all of our energy into that one YouTube channel. And, that just, like... Blast from the Past spawned from Dan's inability to fall asleep. And then that became kind of our flagship for the channel, didn't it? And then...
that was all we were going to be putting together, like, at all, because Tom, you were pumping out the lads videos.
Yeah.
What else was going on there? They were there's a cooking one.
Oh yeah, there was a cooking channel, and then there was like a hardcore channel as well.
Baking the Fourth Wall.
Baking the Fourth Wall.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Great title.
But I'm just going to quickly look at our videos, all right? And I'm going to look at our timeline through the videos we released. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, let's see. Okay, and then... Yes, that's what happened. And then we were like, okay, we need to like figure out more content that we can do. So I made a tier list video. With Dan, actually. We made a Mario Kart tier list video. Got quite a lot of backlash for some people saying that Wii Mario Kart should have been higher. SNES Mario Kart should have been higher. No, you've seen our Blast from the Past video. It should be lower. It was trash. But that was kind of like it was supposed to be
I love a bit of controversy.
Yeah, it was meant to be the spawn of a new series, but like we kind of abandoned that idea pretty quickly, and then we kind of got back on that bandwagon a bit later. We carried on with a bunch more Blast from the Past that we were doing monthly at that, and we still are doing monthly actually. And then Dan really wanted me to cover Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 OP. So I did. So that was
the original?
Yeah.
Is that the first?
Yeah. That's the first ever guitar cover on our channel.
Literally our most popular.
It's a strong start.
Format of video.
Yeah.
Are the music ones, and I can't even take credit for it because yes, I asked Kev to cover the song, but dressing up for it, the overacting, although not as much in the Dragon Ball one, to be fair.
Yeah.
But all of that's all Kev. That's.
I mean, I kind of regret getting the Vegeta t-shirt because now this is a canon thing, and cosplaying, quotation marks cosplaying, because it's like the most minuscule level of cosplaying there is. Dressing up as all of these characters is getting ridiculously expensive. So I kind of regret starting it, but I can't stop.
I love it. And I love my favorite of all of them. Well, actually, I like the bald cap you use as well.
I mean, I think my Beyblade one is the best.
Yeah, but the pillowcase scarf for Beyblade.
Speaking of which, though, look what I'm actually wearing.
Hey!
It's the Power Rangers one. So, I mean, it's not going to waste, but a lot of it is. Like, when am I going to need a bald cap again for One Punch Man? Yeah, so, like... Yeah, we started branching out a bit more. obviously Antics came out because Dan was like, we've got a lot more content we can reuse. Oh, yeah, Overwatch versus Norway we reused as well.
I think it was... We'd been doing Bash for the past... We're in Season 2, I think.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get to sleep. I was staring at the ceiling.
Again.
And I literally got out of bed at 2 a.m. and started making compilations of all of our old stuff.
Nice.
Did the first 5, and that's what I said to Kev. Here. What do you think? And then you made the intro for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I made the intro. I made the intro for what? Blast from the Past, Antics, Multibash Versus. I think I made all of the intros. Obviously, Tom mastered Multibash Versus for me, so I did all of the like guitar parts. We all sang on it whilst we were all drunk one night.
Mastered and the backing tracks as well.
Yeah. You did all of the extra like synth backing tracks and everything.
I remember being at Kev's house. We'd been drinking. We were like, "Oh yeah, we should do this."
Yeah,
we'd been drinking, and the mic was so low. I was kind of bent over.
Dude, it's an adjustable stand, man.
It was adjusted too low. I'm just looking at our channel now, and who did the Antics 22 thumbnail?
The latest one.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, that's gold. That's absolute gold. That's the best thumbnail
I would
made.
say us. I would say us.
That's
that
a top-tier thumbnail right there, honestly.
It was Dan's idea.
My concept in photography.
Yeah,
actually, it doesn't quite beat Oystein on the plate up.
Oh,
one.
That's the best.
That is a very close second.
Dan has really good ideas, but he always gets me to execute it. He's like, I've got this idea, Kev. You can make it. It's like, great.
Sometimes, the Oystein plate up one, I do the first draft. And I'm like, it's not quite what I want, Kev, but
I'm like, just let me do it. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
It's concept art. Dan's a concept artist.
Yeah. Kev finesses it.
Oh, God. Bring this back, boys. Bring this back.
All right, so that's Bash in the Past covered. Guitars covered. The Antics covered.
So whilst
covered.
whilst we're working on these videos, sadly, Arcade Vaults does shut down. And then the branding of the Arcade Vaults was sold. That's why we rebranded as Multibash, which is a callback to when Chris used to stream with a bunch of the Tav lot, and he called it Multibash. So we were like, we like that name. We do. So we
brainstormed so many names, we just couldn't settle on anything. Just couldn't
settle for like weeks, actually.
Yeah, we spent a long time brainstorming names, but we kept coming back to Multibash. So we're happy with that.
Because we knew, actually, I remember this. We obviously knew it was, coming to an end.
Yeah.
A few months before it did.
Yeah, we were given a heads up.
And we had just put out at late December the Who's Your Daddy video, and it did that better than anything else that was on there at the time.
Yeah, that was really big.
Shot up to 2,000 views at the time.
So it was really hard rebranding. Tom and Ash did a load of concepts for our logo and stuff like that. Really appreciate all of that. We spent a long time discussing branding, but Multibash is finally born, and I don't even remember
when Tav ended. It was kind of like pitched, I suppose. I think it was it Gareth? It might have been you, Tom. Someone said, "Who's interested in sticking around and still doing stuff?"
Yeah.
And then 6 of us threw our names in. Obviously, the 4 people here.
Yeah, we're the 4 who stayed.
Yeah. But I mean, at the beginning, Ash and Gareth did a lot of setting up servers and stuff,
admin stuff,
files in, loads of admin stuff.
Yeah.
And then I suppose,
obviously, other commitments this isn't a job for us. It is a giant hobby, and I completely understand if life gets in the way. That's fine. But yeah, Mikey then kind of solidified his spot in Multibash, especially after streaming with me and Tom for so long.
Yeah,
we were like, you know what, you're a really good fit anyway. We like playing games with you. Let's do that. so we just kept streaming, the three of us, didn't we? I don't even remember what we streamed. We streamed a lot of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, it was
that took up a long time.
Solid year or so of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, and then what did
we do
not
a
after
year,
that? Did we jump straight into Ocarina after that? I don't remember.
I don't think we did. I don't remember what it was though.
It doesn't feel like we've only played 2 games with Mikey in all this time.
Yeah, let's tackle Twitch first. Then you can go to the Twitch
take a long time.
Yeah, if we tackle Twitch,
so the Arcade Vaults becomes Multibash plays.
Yes, yeah, we on Multibash.
Oh, there was some admin hassle doing that, wasn't there? Well, I believe there was Kev and I getting really impatient. I think is what actually happened.
We don't need to talk about this part. But yeah. So, okay. So, Twitch starts up. Obviously, we were consistently streaming Mondays and Fridays. And then throughout the years, Mikey has picked up a lot of our slack and streamed all of the other days.
Pretty much now. It's like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, alongside Tom as well. They're playing some co-op stuff. Seriously, guys, I can't even remember what else we streamed.
I'm trying to think, because it can't have just been Iceborne into Ocarina of Time. It can't have been.
You four?
Yeah. Well, that's three.
Well, that's three.
Yeah.
What? It was literally that. Just Iceborne straight into Ocarina.
Can't be.
That's amazing.
Really?
I love that.
Well, okay. If we think about this logically, when did we started Iceborne? I think it was about summer.
Yeah.
No, actually, it might have been just those 2 games because we did Iceborne for a few months up until we finished around Christmas time.
We did Stardew.
That was it, yeah.
Oh my God, how do we forget Stardew? We played that a lot.
Yeah, we played Stardew with Oystein.
We had Oystein in. Oystein's our fisherman.
That was my introduction to Oystein.
No way.
I literally never played a game with him before, and then he joined, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, we played Omega Strikers as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've done a few one-offs.
We played some Smite. We tried.
Yeah.
God, we didn't.
But yeah, anyway, like, oh, actually, that's a really good segue. Oystein joining us in Stardew actually helped spawn Multibash Versus, another series that we have on YouTube. Because Oystein was then, I guess, associated with Tom and Mikey because they finally, they spent time together. You guys hadn't spent time together with Chris, really, right? So,
no.
That basically meant that it made sense for you two and Oystein to be on one team, and then Dan, me, and Chris to be on the other team. Because originally we had this concept of me and Dan versus you two, and we do have a load of 2v2 videos, right? Because
we did the first ones that we recorded were the Smash ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we did change it to 3v3 instead of 2v2.
Well, we do both 3v3.
Oh, we did Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet as well, yeah.
Yeah, because the idea was, because we're the 4 who really stuck around, it made sense to do 2v2s, right? And obviously Dan and I are incredibly close with a 20-year friendship or whatever. And then you've got Mikey and Tom who have played so many games together, it made sense to team us two versus you two.
Unfortunately, me and Mikey can't read each other's minds like you two seem to do, though.
Yeah.
It just comes from a really long friendship, right?
I think it was... We did a stream... Was it Code Breakers? We did a thing.
Codenames.
And then we teamed up afterwards. No, sorry. We teamed up during, and then afterwards, I was lying in bed staring at the ceiling. And I thought, what if we made actual videos where Kev and I team up and we play games against Mikey and Tom?
Yeah.
And then I said it to Kevin. He said, we've all got Scarlet and Violet. And then that was literally how we did the first one.
Yeah, because, I did pick up Scarlet and Violet thinking that we were going to stream it for a long time because we were promised by Nintendo co-op.
Yeah.
Incredibly disappointed with the game. And
Didn't
I was
happen.
like, I am not wasting my money on 2 streams. So I was like, we need to get our money's worth out of this game. heck it, we'll make a video of like 2v2, because Dan and I love 2v2s anyway. Like anything where you can team versus, that's like so much fun. So Scarlet and Violet just made sense because you two also had it. And yeah, from then on, I was like, okay, yeah, cool, got 2v2s. And then instantly after that, Dan and I started brainstorming ideas for 2v2s, and then we brought Mikey and Tom in for brainstorming for 2v2s. And then we realized that there's a bunch of games that can be 3v3s. So like bringing in Chris and Oystein, that kind of made sense to us, right? But yeah, anyway, back onto the timeline, because I think we skipped a bit. Platform Pass.
Multibash has started at this point.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel, as its TAV branding, ended with your Sonic Frontiers video.
Oh, is that the final TAV
that was
one?
The final TAV branded one.
Yeah.
Then it went dormant for, that was like March the 13th, something around there. And then it went dormant until May the 1st.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. August 30th.
It was a sneak peek.
And we did, so I repurposed some older things to just get some sort of content ready. So like we did the Ultimate Chicken Horse video was an older one.
Yep.
We had some antics ready to go. Kevin and I had done a Soul Link as TAV in like December.
Oh yeah, and then luckily I hadn't finalized the video.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Soul Link video is my favorite video.
It is a fantastic video.
That's my favorite video we have on the channel. Even though like my Death Note cover is our currently highest viewed video at 39,000, which is mental. Because I remember being so hungover whilst I was filming that video. I still absolutely love our Soul Link video. So Blast from the Past, as you said, we repurposed some old footage from our old channel, Ultimate Ninja Horse, more antics, Blast from the Past, more covers. Or we were like filming this whilst like we were getting ownership and rebranding, because we could edit ahead of time.
Well, we were making a multi-bash spreadsheet, right? And we were like, we want to do one a week.
There's a spreadsheet.
Hey,
that's an in-joke. Dan and I spent a long time on this spreadsheet, and everyone keeps saying, "There's a spreadsheet."
I've had it open on a tab, and I just haven't opened the tab in so long.
So let's see, more Blast from the Past, more covers, more antics, and then we started repurposing streams as videos, like kind of doing a highlight video of the stream. So that ended up being our Aliens video, our Plate Up video, our other Plate Up video. More repurposed stuff. We brought back tier list because obviously we had the Smash one you and I did, Tom. That was actually pre-Multibash, but anyway, moving forwards.
And we brought back drawing from the TAV days, which is a thing we did.
Yeah, drawing as well. But
and again, the first drawing video, I remember lying in bed, staring at the ceiling.
It's a recurring theme with you, Dan.
I'm gonna laugh every time.
And then I had this idea. I knew what I wanted to do. I think I messaged Kev something like, because I was going to his house the following day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got an idea. Just trust me. And then I didn't tell him anything else.
Yeah.
Until I got there. And then I got him set up. I said, right, get your drawing thing ready as if you're going to draw something. And then we literally went straight into it with like pretty much no prep. I
had no idea. And like, I was really rusty at that point. And Dan was like, you're going to draw Pokemon, Kev. I'm like, okay. Straight into it. Then
a year later, we did the follow-up.
Yeah.
The follow-up with a lot of people.
With Charlie, Mikey, and Matt.
Yeah.
And then recently we did the Gothic Phone one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, what else happened? There was so much that happened, actually.
Our only other playlist we've not covered is this.
The podcast playlist, Dan finally got the stream come true. bugging me for so long.
Hassling Kev for a podcast.
This was like during Arcade Vault days as well. This was literally years of bugging me about making a podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast.
All right.
TAF had podcasts themselves as well.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. I used to watch those. It was Chris and Tom, isn't it?
Chris, we talking about like states of plays and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had some guests on.
And I remember when it stopped, and I think if they were still there, you'd see the comments from me, be it saying, "Bring the podcast back." on the last one, because it had been like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And I then said to Kev, I was like, "Dude, let's start it back up, and we'll host it." And like Chris and Tom can duck in when they want, and we can get people on and that sort of thing. And Kev was like, "No."
Yeah. I was instantly like, nah.
And then it was literally this year, 2024. I can't remember how it started. What did I...
You were just like, let's just
get it done. Force it into existence?
Yeah, you did. You were just
like,
did. Boys, get online, we're doing the podcast. And I was like, fine, we'll do it.
I remember, I think Dan pitched it a little while before, and he was like, does anyone do a podcast? I think it would be a really good... another series, and we were all just like, okay, it could work, and we kind of left it alone. Didn't talk about it for like 3 months, and then Dan was one day was like, you know what, let's do a podcast. We're all online.
Yeah. And we filmed that first one when it didn't even have a name. Yeah. Which is why Kev just says welcome.
Yeah. And Dan bugging me to do something is also another theme, because he bugged me so long to do a guitar cover, right?
Yeah.
And then he bugged us all. Well, he bugged me so long for the podcast, and he also bugged me so long for the O.P. Ella song parody.
Oh God, yeah.
That was in the works for about 3 years.
That was one of the funnest time I've had in a very long time, recording all the clips for that.
Oh yeah, in
I still remember the crawling through the hallway. That clip of the walking, the running, the crawling.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why, but that's stuck with me for ever since, and I love it.
Yeah, but yeah,
and that we've just been pumping things out on the regular until
weekly, right?
Now, yeah. There was a bit of a surge in subs a few months back, and a surge in views on the guitar covers, pretty much.
It's always the guitar covers, man. It gives me such like high pressure. I don't want to do it anymore because of the pressure. It's so much pressure that I'm just like, please, no more covers. I don't wanna. But I think, oh god, yeah, I want to like drop the amount of covers I'm doing just because like costumes are expensive, man. And I'm literally getting a wardrobe full of costumes that I'm never gonna wear.
Just do low cost cosplay,
Yeah, I should.
Chuck a yellow shirt on or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I did for One Punch Man. I chucked a yellow shirt on and put a bolt. Well, I still bought a bald cap.
I mean, what are you doing? The bald cap again.
What?
He's got the X-Men '97 theme this week.
I mean, it would have come out by now, right? Unless this is coming out.
Oh yeah, there's a hint on when we're recording this.
Unless you're getting.
Oh no, yeah, no. This it'll be afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
So last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can draw some dots on it. Be Krillin. Draw an eye on it. Be TN for another Dragon Ball video.
It's writing itself. But yeah, so I don't know. I kind of want to drop the amount of covers I'm doing, but like I want to do like less covers, but better quality covers, if that makes sense.
And I want him to up the amount of covers he's doing and the quality.
I know, but
we need to get us all back in the studio for the for Ultimate Muscle. That'd be a good one.
Oh God. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Get the chorus going.
I suppose anyone watching the channel actually will notice that, although they're not, I suppose, owners. Are we owners?
Yeah.
But Oystein and Chris are heavily featured, aren't they? In a lot of the, things we do.
They're effectively part of the team now because they're like constant recurring casts. They're part of the like permanent cast these days. Obviously, if it's ever Blast from the Past, it's usually just Dan and I, and sometimes an extra guest. Like Tom was part of our Yu-Gi-Oh one. My brother was actually
recording that was a nightmare.
Oh, it was terrible. It was such a bad game. It was so bad.
Didn't we lose half the?
Yeah, we lost half the footage. Okay.
Yeah.
Still not over that.
Yeah.
What else?
We've done a lot.
Yeah, and like
we've done a lot.
Obviously, the Soul Link was red and blue. Dan and I do want to eventually get through the rest of them. So, like, Gold and Silver is next.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we skip Gold and Silver, but I don't think we do. I
no,
think we
just... the best ones.
Yeah. No, but we could just do Heart Gold, Soul Silver instead, but... I like the idea of getting through all of them gradually. Like,
God.
So hopefully another Soul Link video coming out soon.
The year is 2050, and we're doing Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
In fact, that's a nice segue into the sort of we've been doing this for a year now. What are the sorts of things that we want to do? Yeah. How do we want to carry this on? Obviously, the Blast from the Past series is mapped out for another 5 years or so, with titles and all sorts on the ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, the podcast hopefully will be something that we manage to get up frequently.
Yeah, I would love to do more versuses. We've got a couple in the works. I'm currently editing a pretty big project of one because I've got 6 point of views. Actually, that's a lie. 5 point of views because Dan's footage corrupted.
Yeah, sorry.
It ain't your fault.
Which one was this?
Rainbow Six.
Oh, yes.
And also, Mikey's footage doesn't have his mic, so I'm using Oystein's footage for Mikey's footage because he's an idiot. I love how Mikey's an idiot, but Dan's not.
Yeah, Dan lost all of his footage.
That's Mikey's was a setting. Mine was just the universe.
Yeah. I think we've got more tier lists planned. As well as that, I already said I would love to get more versuses out. I would love to do more with highlights of our streams. So I have downloaded our sub 3 run on Ocarina of Time Rando, and I want to get
a good run.
Yeah, I want to
Dan
get
was
that
around
edited.
for it.
Yeah, he was.
Finally got the sub 3.
So I'm gonna get that done. And also, we've got our Ocarina of Time race that I'm going to get done. That's another Ocarina of Time rando. That was a lot of fun watching back. So I don't know how I'm going to cut that down into like half an hour. Because like Dan and Oystein on commentary was absolutely amazing, even though they had no idea what was going on.
I don't know how I'm going to get you 6 hours of footage.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's just a lot. Honestly, I don't think we need it, Tom. Because like watching it back, I think it's fine. Yeah, just with like a lot of the talking. I don't know what else. I would love to do more drawing ones.
More drawing.
Yeah, but
and Kev's got this idea.
I do.
And it's not often Kev has the ideas. He's never the one being told.
He's happy about this one.
I love this idea.
But he essentially wants to do a game show.
Yeah, we're gonna do a game show, and this is still a Multibash versus, if you think about it, Dan, because we're doing this in teams.
Okay.
Right? So it's you two versus us two, but Oystein is hosting. Now, Oystein and I have been trying to work out a list of questions. So this is technically still under the Multibash versus banner, right, Dan? But this game show is going to be like a bunch of like questions about us and video games, which I haven't shared any information with Dan because that would ruin the whole concept of the game. But if you think about it, it would just be like, for example, who is if Oystein asks me and you, Tom, he would be like, who is your partner's Smash main? Something like that. And then we would have to write it down and then try and get it right kind of thing. No, no sharing answers. No sharing answers. It's like, that's part of the whole game. But
Pac-Man.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's going to be like a video like that. I want to do a lot more like game show kind of stuff. Like Dan and I, when we were together last, I think it was your half term or something like that, we recorded a couple of videos where we were just doing quizzes just for fun because we thought that would be like a really fun thing to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You've got the footage though, right?
No, you do. I've got the drawing one.
That's right. Yeah. I'm doing that one.
We did a lot of recording. We did loads.
Yeah, we did a lot, dude. So yeah, there is a lot happening. Like, I'm still churning out antics. I've got enough footage to get up to like episode 100. So we'll see about that. That like by the time I'm done with that footage, I don't know. Maybe we've stopped recording and we've given up on Multibash. But highly unlikely.
We'll never give up on Multibash until we get down his play button.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, can you imagine?
I'm actually looking at the channel right now. It's crazy that we're recording this today. We have 100 videos published as of...
Do we?
Well,
yeah.
including shorts.
Oh, is that including shorts?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Stupid.
So we've actually got, I think we got 92.
All right. Well, it says 100 videos on our homepage.
Yeah. It does.
But we did pass 100,000 views this year.
Hey, let's go!
So that was a good feeling. And I remember when I know it doesn't sound like much, but it felt good to hit 500 subs as well. That was a good feeling. I think that's Mikey when we started talking about.
You got to hit the milestones as they come. Can't just sort of,
Obviously, we've done a few things like Tom put together the channel art for us.
Yep.
The logo changed halfway through because I just put a circle around it.
I said from the get-go, we need something more circular because all avatars are turning more circular. Lo and behold, we finally had something more circular.
Yeah.
I was on it from the start, bro.
We've been working on like you said, like bigger projects like the Ocarina of Time race, things like that.
Avatars and stuff, emojis, that's kind of on the sideline because the artist that I used, found her on Etsy. She kind of had some like life troubles. She did actually contact me start of this year that I never got back to.
So Kev's the problem.
Maybe I can like hit her up and be like, hey, here you go, like finish what I paid you for.
So in terms of vacancies,
yeah,
people could do art for us. People could edit, couldn't they?
We could do with more editors because at the moment it's like. Okay, sorry to throw you guys.
At the moment, it's just Dan and Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Dan and I are doing like all of the editing.
I will say, I'm working through the bomb one, but uni is obviously taking precedent right now because I've got a submission in a week.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that we've got full-time jobs in uni.
Next week, I finish at uni, so I'm hoping that for summer, I should be able to put a lot more time into editing.
Yeah.
But we will see because I've been saying that for like a year.
Yeah, it's crazy how little time we actually have, all of us.
Yeah.
And yet, I think we have a fairly good output considering.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd like to do more things in person, but
we live in the shop.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays at the moment, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But I definitely could be putting more out there. It's just...
Dan is very against us doing Blast from the Past remotely as well. He's like, it has to be in person. Our chemistry is different when it's in person.
Yeah, but we need Kev doing like something really cool and then like turning to Dan and be like, "Did you see that?"
Yeah. And actually, one of my favourite things that we've done, and none of you would guess what I'm about to say, by the way.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah, you have a go. Go on.
Favorite thing that we've done?
That we've done.
Project Planet.
No.
Okay, no, I know.
You're way off.
Okay.
Because it's not a game.
Oh.
It's not a game.
We started an annual tradition.
Wait, did we?
December meetups with Oystein.
The December Multibash
yeah,
meal.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just having everyone together. Oystein flew over from Norway.
Yeah. The Multibash
Having us all
Nandos.
together. Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, it felt good.
Cheeky Multibash Nando's.
That was a good few days. I really enjoyed those.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to carry on like that. I was like, oh shit, part 2.
Day 2 of drinking.
Yeah. Oystein got wasted. And then I absolutely floored Oystein in a wrestling match.
Did you?
I heard about this.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Was...
Dan wasn't happy. Dan was like, Kev, want your new TV.
Right.
Don't break your new TV.
Kev gets himself a new, beautiful OLED, right? You've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's loosely on his wall, and he's put it up. So we're a little bit worried about the,
we were watching Multibash on it.
Let
the
me
workmanship
clear
here.
this up. Hold up. Loosely, it's on a TV frame that swivels. Yes. Okay, so it's kind of loose, but it's on a TV frame that supports twice its weight, and I've got toggle screws that support 6 times the weight of the TV. I think it's fine.
That Kev has assembled, okay? And
can I just say, no. I put up this guitar stand that is holding a bass which is heavy, a guitar, and that has yet to even nudge.
He's got me there. But yeah, they're messing around. I'm worried about his TV. It's all good fun.
Yeah.
All good fun.
But did I not win, though? Oystein believes that he had advantage, but I was...
No, Oystein got ruined.
I was literally, like, thrusting him at one point.
Whoa, okay. That's for Multibash After Dark.
That's for Multibash OnlyFans, if you guys want to, pay us some money.
I think Mikey just named a new playlist. Like, hello.
After Dark? What was that going to be?
Dark. Is that drunk streams?
Oh, dear. Dan, we can't have drunk streams with your profession.
Well, I can't.
What about golf with friends? Okay.
That will get very...
We don't talk about that game.
That was a dark time.
That was a dark time for Kevin, especially.
Kevin was struggling. He was struggling. But yeah, I mean, hopefully going forwards, we just play more games, do more streams, have more fun. Yeah. And you know what? Meet more people. I'd like it if we, if the team.
I mean, we're getting Gareth back in for.
Yeah, Gareth's back in last
Tuesday.
Yeah. So
trying to think of when this video is coming out.
This will be April 30th, so it'll be literally a week.
Yeah.
A week before.
So I mean,
when this is out, Gareth would have played with us. Gareth has played with us. We played with Gareth last week.
Yeah, you guys remember?
But yeah, like...
Can one of you get him to, just at the start of the stream, get him to go, I'm back, baby!
I'll ask him to start the stream that way.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And, he had so much fun, he'll be back.
Yeah, but honestly, we're just chilling. We're having a good time. We're very busy people. And we're still streaming, which is a lot of fun. Even better, we're streaming together. And we're still making videos the way we want to. Like, I'm happy with the format of our videos. So, like, obviously, Blast from the Past, we've been having a lot more fun with it, especially with the Earthworm Jim intro. That was
quality.
We try and bring a new thing every season, don't we? Like the second one, we started experimenting with doing them in person. The third one, I said they've all got to be in person.
Yep.
And then the
whatever
fourth
that saxophone thing was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, the third one we started doing it in person, and I started messing around with the intros a little bit.
Yeah.
I still love the Star Wars one you did, Kev. That was beautiful. And then for season 4 now, I've said every intro is going to be something ridiculous.
We can't keep doing that, dude. I can't. Like, it's so much editing.
We can.
Because every time, I don't know why, Dan always thinks that I can edit better than him. So every time
you can.
Every time he has an idea, he's like, "Oh, Kev, you can put it together." It's like, Dan, just do it yourself. You are fully capable of doing this yourself. He's like, "Oh, no, but you do it, Kev." It's like, come on.
It's all good fun. He loves it really.
Ah.
I do love it. Yeah. I like having an assignment.
We've got a deadline.
But yeah, like I'm enjoying our format. I'm just enjoying it. Like,
yeah, we said from the start, didn't we? We do it for us.
Yeah.
As a thing, but if it ever did grow and become something, then we'll make more time for it. Then we'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a couple of million subs, and we'll be quitting our own jobs to do this full time. Obviously.
Yeah. We'll hire people to do the editing.
Mikey, you don't have a job.
Tom.
Wow.
Sniped.
Wow, dude.
I
am in full-time education at the minute. That counts.
That counts. But as Mikey's finishing uni, you're probably going to see a lot more of him on Twitch.
I mean, you're doing the Masters, right?
Yes, that is the plan to do. Going to do the Masters.
Waste of time.
It probably is, but I'm kind of terrified of going into industry, so I'm putting it off as long as possible.
That's fair.
Delay the real world. I love it, Mike.
Yeah.
You can go to do your PhD then, you know.
I'll be a doctor in game design.
Yeah.
And his PhD will be funded by our Patreon.
Wow.
Link below.
Yeah.
Link below, yeah. Have we thanked Raid Shadow Legends? Have we done that yet?
Don't forget to pick up Raid Shadow Legends. I play that whilst we're in my Raycons.
What's another big one?
And also, Mikey's drinking from his ear up bottle.
I am actually. It sucks.
Which totally
You're not going to get a sponsor.
Is Dollar Shave Club still a thing?
Yeah,
Dollar Shave Club is still a thing.
I mean, we have been sponsored, boys, previously.
I also keep my face nice and smooth through Manscaped.
Manscaped, that's it.
Previously sponsored. That's why we all have the same microphone and everything. Yeah,
we do.
But yeah, onwards and upwards. I'm looking forward to like the future stuff that we put out.
Yeah,
that Dan and I put out.
Wow.
Shots.
Oh dear.
No, but I mean, Tom's played around with some videos as well. You kind of put together a first draft of the FNAF speedrun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember talking about
it's
that.
It's a podcast, Tom. It's a voice brand video.
Guess you got to do it, Tom.
We're going to need a description of what you just did there, I suppose.
Tom's all about our shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Tom's a shorts man.
I've got some.
You made the templates for
way
it now, so you can start pumping them out.
In fact, did you link me something yesterday? Is that for me or was that just in general?
That was just in general.
Is Tom teasing more shorts here?
Yep.
Honestly, my favorite short is still the Pokemon Starter Evolution. It's
the Typhlosion one.
Yeah, me being so upset about Typhlosion. Tom's literally the shorts king on our channel. Like I can't think the way of shorts like Tom does. And also Tom does a lot of the admin, all of the back end stuff. Like, you've helped me with a lot of our themes. And then you made all of the like banner arts and stuff like that, so yeah.
Yeah, I dabble. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do it.
Yeah.
You do it
and Mikey's in charge, because you're probably wondering now. Mikey's in charge of making sure that TTS works.
Yes.
On the Twitch.
Why is this my thing?
Because you have nothing else!
You stream more days a week.
You're not even making those streams into videos, man. If you were making those streams into videos, I would be like, yeah, hands up. Sure, you're making content.
Why am I the TTS guy? I tried doing it.
Because it's a simple task that you can do, man.
I can't. I've tried doing it now twice now, and it works for like a day and then breaks again.
Yeah, that happened to me as well, right? I fixed it for a day and it just broke. But yeah, like hopefully we can keep this weekly thing up. I'm gonna try and keep this weekly thing up. The hardest thing is the motivation at the moment, honestly. I gotta somehow get X-Men done in 5 days. So.
Be fun.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to record the guitar right after we finish this podcast. Yeah.
So onwards and upwards. That's what we're saying, boys.
Yeah, that's the final note. Onwards and upwards. Yeah. Hopefully for a few more years, I guess. As many years as it takes Dan to get his play button.
But I'm excited. Anyway, I think we should leave it off there because it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks for the trip down memory lane, Dan. I appreciate the topic of this podcast.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys next time
More
on
to come.
Multichat, Multibash versus Multibash plays, Multibash guitar cover.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.